Intensity was the undercurrent of the whole life. When you are intense, you just recreate your body, recreate your being. People come and ask me, Swamiji, is our life predestined, or we have the ability to recreate, we have the freedom? Please understand, these are all the FAQs, frequently asked questions. Wherever I go, these questions will be put. Whether it is predestined or freedom, our freedom. Please be very clear. Even if you think it is predestined, you only destined before by your past decisions. Understand this one science. Here is an object. I have 2 hands. Now I have a full freedom to pick up that object through this hand or through that hand. But the moment I picked up that object with one hand, now one hand is bound. So my bondage comes because of my free decision. So all your bondages which you are having now, wherever you think your life is predestined, your bondage comes because of your free decisions which you made in the past. For example, you have 2 feet. Now you have the freedom to lift any 1 foot, right or left. But the moment you lifted 1 foot, now you are bound. You can't lift the other feet. So your very free decisions creates the boundary, creates the destiny in which you will be living. So you have freedom to create your destiny. Whatever you think is your destiny, whatever you think, the bondage which you have, it is your past decisions that made this bondage happen. Now you have the energy, intelligence to undo or to rearrange or to recreate or to reorganize. Please understand. If you have intensity, this moment, you can shake the whole thing, undo the whole thing, and bring yourself back to that complete freedom. And start creating new destiny. Living in that complete freedom, ability to make your new destiny every moment is what I call living enlightenment. You are free to live your freedom. You have intensity to create or recreate what you think or what you call as your destiny, as your future. This is what I call living enlightenment. Understand? The living enlightenment is a tremendous freedom. It is a capacity of your being, ability of your being. I can say the ability to make yourself available to the present moment. Ability to make yourself available to the present moment. When you are intense, very strong, every moment you will have freedom to undo all the decisions you made which is responsible for your present bondage and do new things which will create your new destiny. For example, if you are standing in one leg, if you are intense, you can relax stand in two legs. Now you will have the freedom to create your new destiny. Either lifting the other leg or lifting the same old leg or running or walking. You have the freedom to make decisions about the future. So Patanjali gives intensity as a technique for living enlightenment. Samadhi itself can happen to you in many ways. Very beautifully Ramakrishna says, even if somebody asks for mukti, I don't think twice, I just give it. But if somebody asks for bhakti, I wait. Understand? Bhakti means intensity to live enlightenment. Intensity to radiate samadhi. That is what Ramakrishna calls it as bhakti. When Patanjali uses the word intensity here, he means intensity to live enlightenment. Intensity to constantly remember enlightenment. Remember Jivan Mukti itself. Now, I will enter into the sutra, the Patanjali Sutra. Mrudu madhyadi matratvat tatopi viseshaha. A very beautiful sutra. Mrutu madhyadi matratvat tatopi viseshaha. Let me read out the translation by Swami Vivekananda. The success of yogis differs according as the means they adopt are mild, medium or intense. This is a translation. The success of the yogis are based on the intensity they adopt. Sometimes people come and ask me, Swamiji, how long it takes for enlightenment? 10 years or 12 years? I tell them it is actually based on your intensity. Without intensity, you can go on and on and on and on for years. No, not for years. For ages. That is what we are doing. With intensity, this kshana, this moment. In Sanskrit, kshana means the gap between one thought and the other thought. This moment, the intensity can happen. If the intensity is there, this moment, the enlightenment can happen. Always it happens at this moment only. Whenever you become enlightened, it will be only in this moment. Not yesterday or tomorrow. It will always be in this moment. Patanjali says, Mritumadhyadi Tatvat Tatopi Visesha. The success of yogis differs according as the means they adopt are mild, medium or intense. This is Vivekananda's translation. And Swami Sachidananda, he says, the time necessary for success depends on whether the practice is mild, medium or intense. Please understand. The technique itself does not play a major role in enlightenment. It is your intensity that plays a major role. Sorry. The technique itself does not play a major role. If you see, it will be very funny. Each master has his own technique, his own method. I can say not only each master, each disciple who understands and practices has his own method. I always see in my class, whenever I teach a meditation, I know only one version of that meditation. When I see 100 people practice that meditation, I learn 100 version of that meditation. When I teach, I know only one version of that meditation. When I see people practicing, suddenly I learn 100 version of that meditation. So, Ramakrishna says, Yadomat Tadopat in Bengali. As many faith, so many paths. I tell you, as many people, so many paths. As many people, so many paths. But everything works. That is the funny thing. That is the fun. Please understand. What I am talking is insider secret. Some of the insider secret. Anything you design and people start practicing, it works. How come? Each one has their own technique. Sometimes both of them are completely opposite to each other. I have seen no two masters can agree. If they agree, someone is fake. Because each one has their own experience. That's why I always tell people, each tradition, each religion is unique and sacred, not equal. Please understand, not equal. When we start bringing the idea all religions are equal, we are bringing a lot of complications, difficulties. The moment you try to say equal, somebody will say, no, we are not equal, we are special. So each one, in the outside they will say everything is equal. Inside, no, we are special, we know. But for the sake of others, let us be polite by saying equal. No. Be very clear. All traditions are not equal. All religions are not equal. All religions are unique and sacred. It is unique and sacred to the people who are practicing it. So, unique. Each technique is unique. Each master is unique. Each tradition is unique. You see the Vedic tradition, it is group of religions. Each master is independently intelligent enough to create a religion. Each sutra of this Patanjali is independently intelligent enough to lead human beings to enlightenment. So each sutra is capable of creating a religion. It's like sometimes people come and ask me, Swamiji, why do you have so many techniques, traditions, deities, choice in India, Vedic tradition, in Vedic tradition? I asked them, why do you have so many varieties of cars and transporting vehicles? Why do you have so many variety? Because there was demand and lot of research and development went in that field. Naturally, when a lot of research and development goes in that field, different variety, different luxury level, different comfort level, different category, different consumers, different customers, different variety of cars are created. I want to let you know an important fact. Till I became enlightened and created the mission, I don't know how you will believe, I never even remembered or had an idea there are varieties in cars. First, when we started our mission, when I started my public life, my first disciple, he asked, Swamiji, I want to get you a car. Tell me which variety you want. He brought a catalog and showed me. I said, car? Just get any car, that's all. He said, no, Swamiji, there are many varieties. It just shocked. See, it's not that I was always living in forest. 23 years I lived in cities. I traveled in train, many times in different cars, and many ways I lived in cities. But never the attention was paid to that information, to that idea. I don't know how you will understand, but what I am saying is honest truth. First time, after 23 years, something clicked. Oh God, in cars there are varieties. But I know thoroughly about varieties of meditation techniques, because I was doing research and development in different field. I asked the disciple, why do you have so many varieties of cars and things in the outer world? Because in this civilization, the demand for the outer world things was there, and research and development, the energy, money, people, intelligence put in that field, created different varieties of cars, construction methods, the lifestyle and everything. Whichever field you put lot of resources doing research and development, you will have variety and comfort. In the East, in the Vedic tradition, our masters put so much of energy and intelligence. Please understand, our cream, intelligent community put its whole energy into inner science research and development. That is why so many different techniques, methods, gods, deities, everything evolved. That's why I always tell people, Vedic tradition is group of religions. It is not just one religion. Group of religions. People ask me, Swamiji, why in the Vedic tradition not much service orientation is there? Please understand, I am not against service, social service. Why it is not there in the Vedic tradition? Because they have something far more deeper to do. They are not created for service. People who don't have anything else to do, like research and development, or don't have anything to contribute, let them serve bread and butter and give some clothes and give some medicines, and let them do that work. The Vedic rishis have something far more deeper to contribute than just giving little bread and butter. They were working to create civilizations. That is why they did not give much importance to just giving bread and butter, or just giving few medicines, few simple ordinary things. Different techniques, different methods, different deities, different paths. Then what is the point that decides the person's enlightenment? Because in all paths, in all the ways, people achieve enlightenment. What is that it decides? Intensity. That decides the person's enlightenment. the higher experience, with intensity, whatever you do will be meditation. Without intensity, even if you meditate, it will be just a ritual. It will be just ritual. As I was telling, whenever I teach meditation to 100 people, I learn 100 versions of that same meditation.